bring up the instrument rack. F11 does that. And add machine in. Cubase is asking me, do I want a MIDI track? Yes, I do. So we'll put that in. All right. This is going to be the drums, basically the percussion. I like using Maschine for that. So we'll click on the sounds here and go through, get a kick. As long as you have this selected, this little microphone here, it'll preview the sounds as you scroll through them. You can find whichever one you want. I like one of these drum and bass ones. We'll put that in right now on this pad. And then we'll put in, let's put in a snare on the pad next to it. So I'll change my selector to snare. I want an acoustic snare. Put that in. Alright, I like that. Those two sound good together. Alright. In order to get Cubase recording what I'm doing on the machine, I'm going to need to change this to sounds to MIDI notes, and then change the MIDI inputs to machine. That'll make Cubase read in what I'm doing in machine and record it on the MIDI track. So we're going to do the boom bap on the track here. Let's bump the tempo up a little. Alright, put a hi-hat in. Go to closed hi-hats. Like that. Put an open hi-hat. Yeah, let's do that. That's a paradiddle is what that's called. And a paradiddle is left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. That's a paradiddle. It's a drummer thing. All right, so we'll duplicate that track, remove the drums from it, and call it hi-hat. And we'll put a paradiddle down. I'm going to turn down the volume of that open hat a little bit. Turn up a little bit on the other one, the closed hat. Now I'm going to put in a crash. So we'll go to cymbals and then crash. Select acoustic and crash by command clicking it. So we just get acoustic crash. Put that one there. We'll put this swell. We'll put it in next to it, because I like that. Now we'll take the swell and we'll put it on a group. Let's see. We'll go to the sound on it. Where is it at? Okay, we'll put it on the same choke group. We'll put it on choke group 1. And then we'll switch over to the crash and put it on choke group 1 also. That means they'll cut each other off. So I can do a lead in with this swell. It'll cut off when the crash hits. Let's duplicate that track, pull it out, call it crash. Alright, we got that in. Let's put that on the 1. I'm going to turn that sound down a little on that crash. Now we'll duplicate the whole pattern. back in the machine, select pad, another pad, we'll do 16, cymbal, and we'll go for a ride. I like that one. Oh, let's check out another one. I don't know. That's a little dark. I'll duplicate that track again, pull out the stuff and call it ride. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Alright, we'll delete it again. Now we'll duplicate the whole thing again. Pull the ride out of part of it. Call this kick snare. Let's turn down the ride just a little. I want it to kind of be in the background. Okay, that's a good starting point for the beat. Put machine aside. Pull out my pad control. We'll open up the pad control editor and load a scene set. Okay, I'll pick what key I want to play in, what scale. We'll go into the minor scale, and I like B minor. We'll put B minor on there. And that remaps all of these pads to be in scale in B minor. Alright, let's load a synth. Let's see, we'll use Reactor. And then we'll load in one of the, I don't know. Let's do the player, and we'll do, I don't know, Razor. Nah. Let's do Monark. Monark is a mini mode clone, basically. And now we're in scale of B minor. Oh, I need to change my input from the machine over to all MIDI inputs. Okay, we can turn this thing down. It's always so loud. That plug really is loud. Just look through some of these basses. Alright, I'm not feeling any of these. Let's do initialization. Just to reset Monarch to a generic patch. And we'll just build the patch ourselves. Okay, on oscillator 1, we have a square wave pulse. Alright, on oscillator 2, we'll pull, let's see, we have right now a sawtooth. Let's try and change that over to a triangle. Turn oscillator 2 on. It's getting fatter. Alright, now we'll detune oscillator 2 just a hair. And pull the cutoff. Alright, I'm going to set MIDI to learn on this. And I'm going to make this my cutoff knob. And then we'll learn on the res. That sounds better than when we were here now, I think. All right. I like that sort of elastic bass sound. Modulate, well, like manipulating the cutoff when you play notes. That sounds cool. Let's put something down in there. Let's see how that sounds. I think I want to make the notes sustain longer. Pull those farther out. Alright, that sounds cool. Let's see. I want to put a little more sub bass in. So we're going to turn on oscillator 3, which is on the lower frequency. Yeah, it's not doing it. Let's see. I'll just layer it with another bass. Press F11 to bring up another bass, and then we'll put in another instance of reactor. But this time I'm gonna put in Razor. Razor's a monster for sub bass. We'll go to the initialization patch on Razor to zero it out. Pull the cutoff down. Turn save bass on. That'll give us some more low depth. I'm going to make another copy of what we had there. Just the notes, not the continuous controller data. So we'll copy that, Command C. Go into this, go to the start, and Command V to paste it. It's too high, so we'll pull it down from B1 to B0. Now we'll modify it in Razor. Thinking about turning both those off. Turn a little bit of the reverb on. And we'll turn the pitch down 12. That gives us that low growling bass below everything else. Now we'll learn this controller. And then we'll open the filter with some rhythmic motion just to get some more variation going. Alright, I like the first one. So we'll cut that controller data out and listen to it on there. Alright, there, that's our basses. Our bass, we'll label that track, and then we'll go to the other bass and we'll put in sub bass. I'm going to see how this sounds with no breaks on the sub bass. I like that. Keeps that growl going below it. Alright, we'll do a little bit of routing now. I'm going to route maschine from the stereo out to the drum bus. I'm going to route reactor 1, the regular bass, to the bass bus, and then also reactor to the sub bass to the bass bus. Now I have control over those independently. So I can lower just the basses or the drums independently. I can also process them independently. So on the bass bus, we're going to go in and put in a compressor. I want to use, where's it at? Solid Dynamics. No, Solid Bus Comp. Both of them sound good. Let's put on the drum bus preset in there. And then I want to put in another one called Supercharger. Turn the punch up and raise it up a little. You want to adjust the trim to where it's mostly staying in the green area here. And then I want to put a limiter on the whole thing. Dynamics limiter. That'll keep it from pegging out. Alright, we'll double everything again. And in this section, we'll put in like a lead sound or something. I'm going to pull out the ride section there, and I'm going to pull out maybe the high, I don't know. We'll pull out this higher bass maybe. I don't know. We'll fool around with it. Let's see. We'll pull the higher bass out for now. Okay, I'm going to add another instrument. Let's add the chord again one. I'm going to browse the sounds for something to put in there. We can shift octaves on this pad control when it's mapped this way by holding the scene button and then one of these things shift the octaves up. I'll select that for now. We'll move to looping into it, just the last bit. Sort of do that sort of staccato play over the top of just the same melody the bass is playing. I like that. Let's put that down. Doubling that filter sweep a little bit, making it more frequent during this section. Take the hi-hats away right before it goes back for that transition. Gives it a little more impact, more contrast. That sounds good, pulling that out, man. That sounds really good. Let's pull that out. The drums and the hats there. Take that crash out. I think I'm going to pull some of the drums out of there too. Alright, we'll pull this out and then double the verse section. This is going to be our verse here. So we'll color it one color. And this is going to be our chorus. So we'll change the color on that also. Now we need more variation in this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out parts and sections. That'll give us a little change. You don't go very long before it changes. Here we bring in the ride. Here we pull out the hi-hat. Let's listen to that again. I got a good bit of changing variations here. You don't want it to go too long without modifying something. I'm going to do some variations here maybe. We'll copy that one over again over here. Of course, this is the verse section, so you'd have vocals through this whole section. I think I'm going to take one of those little hits out. Cool. Sounds good so far. Let's add another instrument, another element. Maybe some strings or a pad. Let's go to maybe the M1 again. I like the M1 because it adds little additional elements. This isn't the most dominant sounding synth anymore. It doesn't sound so huge. So you can use it to fill in spaces a lot of times. And that's what I want to do. I already have the gist of what I want with this song, so I'm just filling in spaces and adding more motion and sound in places now, just to fill it in a little more, give it that polish. Add it in right there at the end of that. That's going to be like a transitionary sound, transition swell. We'll put it in a couple of places here, see how it sounds. I'm going to also bring the volume of it down because I want it to be a minor element in the mix. So we'll pull it down. Pull it down just a little more. I want it to be very far in the background. Yeah, I may even add another layer in there. Let's do that. Let's add another M1 and put another layer on there, a higher octave of sound, strings. Yeah, I'll put that in. Right when the chorus starts. Alright, that sounded overbearing, but that's because it's so loud in the mix. Alright, I'm going to go to F3 to pull up my mixer, and I'm going to go to that sound. I'm going to put a effect on it called black hole. And I'm going to bring it down in the mix a lot. Call that high string. Yeah, it's not as overbearing now. You just want a hint of it hearing it. Okay, I've got a low note there, lower note than the other one. I'm going to put it in there during that section where the hi-hats come out. Just to put a little more variation, even more variation. You want a lot of changes, a lot of motion in the sound. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I may pull the drums out there, the kick and snare. I like that transition. I'm gonna lower these crashes some. Just the ones in the middle of this. Not that low, a little higher. Still want that first one to be big. I want that one to be pretty big too. Take these two sweet things out. Take them out there too. I like that. Okay, well, let's save this thing. We'll put it under a stream folder because I'm streaming this. And a new folder under that. We'll call it Nightlight. gonna pull these sweep things out of the verse. I think it sounds better without. Alright, I'm gonna double the whole thing. I like how this goes. Alright, I want to start the song, I think, with that chorus, a variation of that chorus. So we'll do that. Let's move all those over to the intro. Make sure I get everything lined up right. We don't want to start with a crash. Pull that out. Alright, so we got a intro with the chorus melody going. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus. And then let's see where we're at. We're at about 3 minutes here. 3 to 3:20. That's good. That's good. We can cut this out and make this last section an outro. So we'll have 2 verses, 2 choruses. I'm going to change this section here. Maybe just put a straight pattern on the hats. Pull out that other stuff. Pull a few notes of the hi-hat out, give it some change. This is our outro, so we'll let it go. We'll just leave it on that low note. We'll get the last hit of the last kick. And the crash, the last crash. I'm going to put that string in also in this section. Let's hear it from the top. I'll change this stuff to a different color for the outro and for the intro. Keep it easily visible. All right, I need to find a spot to put my tag, my audio tag in. Alright, that sounds good, man. That sounds really good. Let's save this and we'll mix it down. And then I'm going to probably put this up, I don't know, somewhere for people to download. I've been thinking about putting a link on the website on my record label, Drop Forge Records. I've been thinking about putting a page up on there, and anytime I stream and make something like this, I'll just put the beat up. So anybody who wants to do some verses on it or whatever, if you want to do the vocals, it'll be there for you. So I'll see if I can get that put up today, and then we'll have a beat for you. And anytime I come on here and stream and make something, I'll throw the beat up for anybody who wants it. So I'm going to mix it down, and that's it for today. I'm going to be out. I might be playing some League of Legends or something later tonight if anybody's interested.